Hey, good Tuesday morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa, and we have a whole bunch of rain, heavy rain, heading toward the southern half, southern two-thirds of lower Michigan. So let's get to it and show you what's going on. Remember, if you can, share this Facebook Live with your friends. Let them know that every morning, generally, we do the Facebook Live 7:30 to 8:15, something like that. If you have any travel questions, any weather questions, just go ahead and fire away, and I should be able to get to a lot of them. All right, here we go. There's the radar. What do you think it's going to do today, my friends? It is going to rain. So here's the current radar, and what I'm watching is the next batch right down here of heavy rainfall. That's coming in the southwest corner of the state. Hey, good morning, Jennifer. All right, here's the rainfall totals so far. And the legend, if you can see both areas of interest at the same time. Kalamazoo's had about an inch, inch and a half. The southern border, southwest border, maybe up to 2.5 inches. Kimberly says she's building a raft to check her sap buckets. Yeah, I would imagine you don't want the sap watered down any more than it is. Valerie wants to know, when will the rain stop? Generally, it looks like midday tomorrow. We'll look at that here in just a moment. So here are the warnings and watches that are in effect. This area, the light green, that is a flood warning. What can we expect on Mackinac Island? Right now, Mackinac Island is under an ice storm warning, and I would say up to 1/4 inch of freezing rain is possible. So flood warning in the southwest quarter of lower Michigan. That's just generally for a whole lot of rain, bringing creeks out of their banks and over roads, and maybe some rivers over roads and parking lots and whatnot. So you just got to be real careful, and remember, don't drive over any flooded roadways. Flying in Chicago in about 5 hours from California, then to Bishop. Should I schedule a boat? Yeah, you'll make it in, because as you can see, it's all rain. There couldn't be all these delays on heavy rain, but it's certainly not the heavy snow that closes an airport. Do you think next Monday would be a good day to head back to Saginaw from Florida? Yes. Next Monday would be good, because it looks like it quiets down, and we're still in generally a milder than normal pattern. How long is it supposed to rain for? I would say until midday tomorrow. We'll take a look at that now. So we got our flood warning, we got our flood watch in the eastern, southeastern half. We've got our winter weather advisories across the UP and Wisconsin, and then we have our ice storm warning in right around the Mackinac Bridge. Would you say we have more snow coming? Yes, I do think we are not out of the woods on snowstorms. I think we will probably have 1 or 2 accumulating snows, and perhaps I think we could still even have a sizable snowstorm. I would not rule it out at all. Okay, yeah, it's getting warmer in Adrian as we speak. I'll show that to you in just a second. That's another thing. Here's the radar forecast, and we're going through this morning right now, 11 o'clock. Maybe a little bit of a lull, noon, 1, 2 o'clock, and then you can see the next batch of heavy snow, or heavy rain. It's February, so I think I should be talking about snow. This is this evening, and the heavy rain again stretches from Grand Rapids to the Saginaw area and to the Thumb. And we go through the evening hours, and now we're at midnight, and rain continues. And it'll continue through the night and tomorrow morning, like I said, and then shift on to the south and east. Hey, good morning, Carissa Frost. Thanks for joining. Here's the rainfall total. And we'll add her all up. This is through tomorrow when it's all over. So you can see it's a solid 1 to 2 inch rain from Saginaw to Grand Rapids southward. North of that, it's a 1/2 inch to inch, maybe 1.5 inches, and then across the UP, lighter amounts. But You know, you're looking at 2 inches, and there's some isolated spots that could be close to 3 inches. So that's why the possibility of flooding exists. Temperatures today, high temperatures, 60s. I think this might be a couple of degrees too warm in the rainy areas. 64 in Flint, I would call it 61, 62, probably near 60 in Saginaw. It probably stretches up a little bit too far north also, but nonetheless, crazy warmth for this time of year. 65 in Detroit and Ann Arbor. That's probably pretty good. Muskegon, you're probably looking at 55, something like that. And does it continue? Here's our 6 to 10 day forecast. February 25th to March 1st, continuing warmer than normal. 8 to 14 day forecast, February 27th to March 5th, leaning toward warmer than normal, but I would say that I am starting to see maybe another pattern flip-flop. In the first 5 to 10 days of March, sometime in there, we might go toward colder than normal. I'm not sure how long it will last, if it'll be just a brief cool down or not, but that's been the pattern all year. 2 to 4 weeks warmer than normal, 2 to 4 weeks colder than normal, back through the winter. It's just been almost like clockwork. Someone mentions, I can never remember the difference between a watch and a warning. Yeah, there's been debate since I've been a meteorologist back in 1999. Should we make better terms? And we discovered no, you just got to remember it. Watches means it could happen. Warning means it probably is happening. Alrighty, so there you have it. It's just pretty simple. It's a very wet day today with some of the frozen ground, and with the heavy rainfall amounts, it can bring flooding to localized areas, and you'll just want to be careful. Remember, do not drive anywhere that's flooded. Don't drive across a road that's flooded, especially if it has a creek or a stream through it. You don't really know if the road is still there. So turn around, don't drown is our saying on that. And we'll keep you updated. The weather continues to be pretty crazy. And I gotta admit that it usually is pretty crazy for times here in Michigan. All right, I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. I'm gonna sign off now. You have yourself a safe day. Watch out for the flooding. All right, bye.